This video is gonna be a long one. I am currently sitting in my bedroom back home in America. Over the last week or two, as things began to shut down and cancel and postpone, I had to seriously consider what my future looked like in England. After several conversations with Youth for Christ leadership and people that I trusted, and after considering several different things, I made the decision to come home prior to my contract ending in July. It's unfortunate that it had to be cut short and that I had to leave England early. However, I'm trying to focus on the good things, and there are a lot of good things that are going to come out of this. As you know from my last update, we have just launched an online ministry called Off-Brand Culture. So even though I am in America, I will still be continuing to work with Youth for Christ in developing that ministry, because that sort of work can be done from anywhere in the world, really. So I'm really excited to continue to grow that ministry, and I look forward to the opportunities that we're going to have in the next coming weeks and months to love on kids from all over the world and to be examples of God's love, produce clean content. Actually, right behind the camera over that way, I have a bunch of gaming stuff set up. We're going to be doing live streams for kids to tune into. So if you have a son or a daughter or a little brother and little sister who likes to game, send them to Off-Brand Culture. We're gonna be having a lot of fun over the next few weeks. We have an Instagram and a YouTube channel. We also have a TikTok, but that is run by two people on the media team that are still in England. I'm actually quarantined for the next 14 days, just trying to keep my family safe. And after traveling through all sorts of different airports, it's probably best that I just stay in my bedroom. So I'll be here for 2 weeks, and which means I'm gonna have a lot of time to get on there and game and have fun, make YouTube videos from my bedroom. Still trying to figure out what that's gonna look like because there's not a lot of stuff to do in here. But we'll make it work. We'll make it work. So all that's left to say is thank you. I have several people that I would like to thank. Starting off with my host family. If you don't know, I was living with a host family while I was over there. They graciously decided to let me into their home and live with them for the 7 months that I was there. They provided for me, they fed me, I had a place to sleep, and I'm very grateful for it. Kevin, my host dad, taught me how to turn wood on the lathe, and he taught me new skills in the wood shop, which I'm very thankful for, and I can't wait to get my own lathe one day and continue to make some really cool stuff. And he was just a voice of reason the entire 7 months. He would ask me the questions, the tough questions, force answers out of me. I learned so many new things from him. So Kevin, I'm so grateful for you and your leadership. Lisa, my host mom, made me a packed lunch pretty much every single day, which was phenomenal. All the other people on the team were jealous of all my packed lunches because they had to either purchase one or try and pack one themselves. So I'm grateful for the packed lunches. She would do my laundry whenever I forgot and left it in the machine for a long time. She'd take it out and fold it. She worked so hard and she was so dedicated to making sure that I was provided for, and I'm grateful for that. David and Ruben, my two little host brothers, they were my Minecraft buddies. We talked video games all the time. They were always asking me questions about games, which I love to answer. I got to teach them how to play spike ball, which I was grateful for that. They're incredibly talented young boys. They know how to play like 5 different instruments. When I needed to let my inner kid soar, they were there to play video games with me, to make silly jokes, to play football out in the garden, play spike ball, so I am grateful for those two. Next, I would like to thank Tees Valley Youth for Christ. That ministry is so focused on investing in young people in Tees Valley and completely changing the way that they view Jesus and investing in their lives and making sure that they grow up in healthy, positive environments, and it's phenomenal. The way that they operate is different to any ministry that I've ever been a part of, so it was a huge growing experience. The way that they choose to invest not only in the young kids, but also the team members, and me and the other Americans that were on the team. They're so intentional with everything that they do. Everything has a purpose, and it's phenomenal. They, over the last few weeks, have been incredibly understanding and supportive and encouraging in making a pretty tough decision, and I'm so grateful for that. The relationships that I formed these past 7 months with the team members in Youth for Christ are going to be forever. I definitely plan on going back at some point, whether it's on mission or just to visit, and I can't wait to see where this ministry has gone. It's under phenomenal leadership. Tim Y. Williams and the rest of the leadership team are incredible people, and they are so dedicated to their ministry. It's amazing, and I'm so thankful for Tees Valley Youth for Christ. Next, I would like to thank St. Mary's and St. Michael's and everyone involved in those two churches. Those were the two churches that I was working at for my time there. They challenged me in so many ways to be innovative and fresh with my ideas and how to reach youth, both inside the church and outside the church. They challenged me in so many ways and then supported me through those challenges, encouraged me, provided me with resources to overcome the challenges, and I am so grateful for both of those churches, for the leaders of those churches, for the members of those churches, and for the youth involved in those churches. Finally, I want to extend a big thank you to you guys, my supporters. Without you, none of this happens. Because of the way that God used you guys to support this ministry, I know that I was supposed to be there for the time that I was there. It wasn't a mistake that I was there, and it was because of you guys. God used you guys to prove that to me, and I'm so grateful for that. Because when it was hard over there, because it wasn't easy at times, I was reminded of you guys and how you chose to support me and the ways in which support money came. It reminded me this is where I'm supposed to be. So I'm thankful for you. From this point on in the video, it's just going to be a little bit of housekeeping. So if you weren't involved in my support group, feel free to click away. But I am going to explain a few things that are going to need to happen now. For those of you that support me monthly, please terminate any sort of automatic draft or bill pay or however you set it up going to the ministry, because all my accounts are now closed, and so that will cause some issues. If you were someone who gave me a single gift before I left to go to England, please know that my remaining support money was used to purchase a last-minute plane ticket to get me home before the borders closed, and then the remaining money that was left over from that was donated to the church that I served at. One of the projects I was working on before I left was developing an AV audiovisual system to put in the church, things like a projector and screen and sound system and things like that. So the leftover support money after purchasing a plane ticket and doing things necessary to close my time in England was donated to support that project and to continue to develop the AV system at that church. It's crazy to think that this is my last update video that I'm going to send you guys, and it's hard to put a bow on it all, but I have nothing but gratitude for everything that happened. I've learned so much, grown in amazing ways, been challenged in amazing ways. My faith has been challenged. It's just been an experience that I will never forget, and it holds an impact on me that will last forever. So I'm going to go back to doing nothing for the next 14 days. Feel free to text me, call me, FaceTime me, whatever. I just need friends. Just kidding. I'm fine.